Join them with first manager Chris Search following a comfortable win in the end here at Billericay, 3-1. Firstly, Searchy, give us your thoughts and reflections on your first Boxing Day victory as a Concord manager.
Yeah, it's my first ever game as a manager, full stop, on Boxing Day. So first and foremost, that was really enjoyable. Obviously, youth football sort of breaks over the festivities, which is always what I've done before. So for the experience of doing what we've done today and to come away, as you say, with a 3-1 victory, it's brilliant. You know, I'm absolutely over the moon. The boys were superb. Obviously, conceding as we did was a bit frustrating. Sloppy goal conceded from a corner, but we showed some endeavour and willpower, sort of to fight back and sort of take control of the half. But we certainly gave a good fair account of ourselves, and I felt coming in 1-0 at half time, with them obviously being reduced to 10 men, I thought it was just a matter of time if we could get that first goal. We know they're a little bit vulnerable, as you know, with the results they've had, and we thought if we could get that first goal, we'd be able to get a bit of momentum. We felt the heads would fall, and it proved the case. We went out there, we stuck to our game plan, wanted to stay patient in possession, not force things, which I felt we'd done a little bit too much first half. You got the Chambers away at centre half and we're putting balls in, and he's going to win majority of headers. So we had a game plan, be a bit more patient with the ball and look for the pockets. And we got in 1-0 down at half time, quite calm and composed. The team talk, and the boys come out and were absolutely superb second half. Really dominated possession as you'd expect. And yeah, really delighted to come away with the 3 points.
We'll go. We'll start early on in the first half. Obviously, conceding the goals after 4 or 5 minutes or so. How disappointing is it to concede like we did, obviously from a corner, and but obviously then to bounce back eventually?
Yeah, I think to be fair, obviously we're missing out on. Miles went down with COVID a few days ago, so he's having to isolate for a little bit. They love me, of course they do. And obviously Kian come in. Kieran's been brilliant for us since he's come into goal. He played a clean sheet against St Albans, also against, I think we had a winner 2-1 against Eastbourne Borough. I think he might have been in goal, I can't recall. But he's been excellent. He's a real good backup to have. He come in a little bit unfortunate, as I say, for the goal. But to be fair, Kieran's been nursing an injury. So it was a case of trying to get him through the 90 minutes today, trying to give cover up for Miles. And after that, after his blunder, if you like, he was excellent, really good. And as I say, we got ourselves back in the game. I think, myself, I think it's an absolutely stupid red card. I don't see how it's a red card. I said it to be fair to Jody. I feel a little bit harsh on them because I thought they had started the game really well. They was probably on top for the first 10 minutes and rightly took the lead with their pressure early on. And then I think the refs come away, and I think if you look back at the decision, from what I saw, I just think it's a coming together. Both boys sort of went in. Blackie won the ball. The other guy sort of slid in, but sort of pulled out, and it's just a coming together in the middle of the park. I don't know what it looked like from anywhere else, but how he's deduced a red card from that, I'll have no idea. But we'll take the early Christmas, the late Christmas present, and kick on from there.
Obviously, you've touched on a red card there. Those kind of things changed the game, but you obviously 100%. Went in the first half. I would have said, from where I was standing, it was probably quite frustrating. Didn't really seem to get a ball on the deck, did we?
No, we didn't. I think we tried to play, but I think when we got into the final third, we was looking to force it a little bit, and that's exactly what we didn't want to do. I wanted to be more patient than ever. Really, is how I saw it. I wanted us to take our time, to build into the build out and build the pressure and looking for triggers around the box. But it just happened in the first half. Transpired it was trying to deliver the ball a little bit too early, a little bit too quick. To be fair, as I say, Temmie's coming back as well from about COVID. So the boys, it's the same for them. They've had, telling me before the game, 7, 8, 9, 10 boys missing, various times throughout the season. So it's unprecedented times. And sometimes you just got to sort of roll your sleeves up and take the gifts you can get, and that's what the boys done.
Moving on then to the second half, and I understand you or Shippo had asked, well, probably I assume all three of you had asked for an early goal, and that's exactly what we got. And it was Paney, and for me, from the social media perspective, it meant I got to whip out his goal gift.
Was it Paney or Blanchy?
No, it's Blanchy.
That's all right.
Blanchy,
Yeah.
I got to use his goal gift,
Yeah.
which I haven't used Paley as much either. We'll get on to Paley in a minute, but Blanchy, especially first to the goal, but
he was,
how he was today. I mean,
he
it's
was
the best I've seen him play for Concord.
Yeah. I mean, the frustrating thing for Blanche, he's a good friend of mine as well. But the frustrating thing for me is how good he is. He's probably the best footballer we've got. Him and Pecky probably technically the best footballers we've got on the team. And if I see how he plays, and it always seems that he's very much within himself. And I spend time talking to Blanche. I want him to, not just because he's a player in my team, but as a mate, I want him to develop and progress. And I've said to him, I'd love to give him a shake and sort of bite and a little bit. And today he was absolutely, he was superb. Deserved for me man of the match performance from Blanche. He finally got an assist. He's been a bit unfortunate recently. He'll sort of set up the sort of an effort that should be an assist, and the keeper might, like in the midweek, keeper saves it and there's a rebound and then we score. Whereas, to be fair, he deserved to get his assist today. It was brilliant regain, high on the pitch. He got possession and slotted Ben Allen in, and what a finish. We know what Ben can do. For me, Ben's probably the best finisher we got at the club, and he proved that today with his goal. It was absolutely superb.
We'll get on to Ben in a second, impact sub, but we'll go to Payne, who I was meant to go on, but he scored as well, and on the left flank this afternoon he really controlled it, and they've got, defended to the whole defence, they've got a lot of pacey players up top, and I felt the whole defence, but especially Payne managed to deal with that quite well.
Yeah, Payne, he's a good player. He knows how to box clever. He's not the paciest, but he knows, so he has to sort of come up with alternative ways of being sort of competitive. And Payne's a clever footballer. One thing Payne probably won't do is go round someone and whatever else. So for how we want to play, we want to build, want to get high on the field to release our fullbacks high. And it's testament to the coaching staff and Danny and Green and myself really that how we want to play. The philosophy is to get the fullbacks high, to build. So we've got a bit of composure, and that's what happens when you build the pressure. You get your fullbacks high, and you're going to create chances. And just hope that they have that quality to slot it in. And he did, mate. He had a great touch and finished brilliantly. So over the moon with Joe, and long way to continue.
Ben Allen, then. We're getting through him, it's fine. Ben Allen comes on the bus. He's had I know. We don't often only concede one, but we'll get off to that. They go to Cambridge lads. But Ben Allen, obviously, he had I think a slight injury a few weeks ago or a couple months ago.
Ben struggled to get back. Now he's back. As you say, he's had a little bit of a knock. He's come back. He's going to be a massive part of this group and squad going forward. You saw with his goal there. He's looking to play on the shoulder. It was a great regain, as I say, from Blanche. And then to put him 1-on-1. I mean, to be honest, there was only going to be one real outcome. And, when you see what Ben does in training and the extras and the hours that he puts in after training, the composure the kid's got, he's going to score. So it was just a matter of waiting for the net to ripple, and didn't expect it to be as good a quality as it was, but what a fantastic finish. And rightly, I felt the result in the end was fair for our dominance in the second half. Obviously accepting that they were down to 10 men, but we still had to go and do the job. Many a game you've seen opposition teams go down to 10 and struggle to break them down, and they've got something to hang on to. But I felt that we picked and bopped cleverly. We used possession, we transitioned the ball really well, majority of times, and the boys got their rewards.
Obviously, Ben's goal very similar to one he scored at Tunbridge as well, wasn't it? Got it early. Keeper was in no man's land in Fury and took the chance early and converted it.
Exactly, I think it's very similar. Obviously with that one, obviously the keeper slipping over. I think to be fair to the keeper this time, he obviously was in a good position as such, like a position that I say a good position. Obviously, he's wazzed it around him, but he couldn't have asked to be in a better position. It's just the fact that the centre forward, when you've got that much quality, you should be scoring. And well done to Ben. Delighted for him. And as I say, it's a nice late belated Christmas present.
Obviously, one final thing, supporter-wise, there was chance of Tosan being a star man, Blanchy having a magic hat, and everything like that, and Blackman really building off of that as well. He came when he was coming off at half time.
I think he was more the pantomime villain of Blackie, to be honest.
Getting booed that end, cheered that end. But how pleased with you? There was 80 to 100 Concord fans here today, and not often they sing, and it's not often they out-sing.
No, well, I just hope, obviously first and foremost, I'm grateful for them for come to watch the game. it's really good for them to come, and I'm glad that we put on a performance and got a result that warranted their support. They were magnificent from start to finish. I just wish it would be something that could become a bit more of a regular thing, that we can get that. I mean, hopefully with results like that, and then come in and hopefully having an enjoyable day out, that it might be something that we might be able to grow going forward. Even if we kept sort of 10-20% of the people that come today, it'll give us gives us a big boost, and certainly the players hear it and they play up to it, and as I do, I'm very grateful for them all coming today, and Merry Christmas to them all.
See you next week.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah,
6 days. Cheers, Nick.
See you later, Nicky.
See you, Nick.
And obviously, moving ahead then, Chelmsford, we won't catch up before then. So Chelmsford,
I think they just 1-0 up against
They're a late
Braintree,
kick-off,
actually.
but really just bizarre kick-off.
Yeah.
They're not in a very good run of form themselves, and they'll want to change that as well.
Yeah, well, obviously, I think like with anyone, at the end of the day, we've come here today. They're not in good form, but they've taken a 1-0 lead, and I think if the game stays 11v11, it could have been massively different. I don't know that, but obviously, they're going to be more equipped, obviously, with 11v11 than they were with a 10. So, I think to be fair, you've got to respect everyone in this league. Like every game's a tough game. Even today with them down to 10 men and us 2-1 up, you're on edge. You're still looking over your shoulder, wondering what if. So it was good that we did score at the third, so I could have sort of enjoyed the last sort of 5-6 minutes, if you like. But Chelmsford, we watched them here against Billericay. Like I've said before, we've got a well-in and teams like this. They're wounded animals. There's only so much you can prod and poke them in the corner before they're going to react and come out swinging. And I think, to be fair, the gaffer here today got a reaction from his boys. They started positively, and credit to Jody for doing that. And I think I expect the same for Chelmsford. In all honesty, I expect them to have a reaction to look. It's a local derby. That you should have enough character in that team. That they should come and expect to get something and look to make a competitive game of it. So I'll make sure the boys are ready and focused, and hopefully we'll carry on with the momentum.
Yeah, it appears the Chelmsford reaction may have already started today. They're currently 3-0 up after half hour.
Wow.
And but obviously, one final thing: how tight the league table is. Obviously, we're 2 points off the playoffs.
Yep.
2 points off Havant and Waterlooville, who are 5-0 down now to Dorking Wanderers.
Oh, okay.
So look at me, it's like final score.
I thought it was a finished
there
game.
we go.
Okay.
Yeah, 5-0 after 37. But it's so tight, this table, isn't it? You can win one, you can be in the playoffs. You can lose one, and you can be 6 places above bottom of the league.
I think that's exactly right. I think if you look where we were sort of 3 weeks ago, I was in and around it, and then all of a sudden a couple of results don't go our way, and we're looking over our shoulders a little bit, if you like. We're looking at the bottom half of the table. So it is important, as you say, it's very competitive. It's a tight league, so it's important that we can take our results and take a bit of the rub of the green that we had today with the red card, and sort of accept that and use that to our benefit. And then, because obviously I've no doubt results will decisions and stuff will go against us at some stage, and it's how we sort of combat them. But while it went our way today, then obviously we'll enjoy it, have a nice Guinness, and obviously enjoy the rest of the festivities. And then obviously, as you say, Chelmsford on the 28th, and then these guys back in 6 days' time. So for me, I said for the group on Thursday after friendly that it's 3 games that I expect to win. I expect the boys to come away with 9 points after our going into the new year, and if we do that, as you say, we'll certainly be looking higher than we will be lower. So looking forward to that.
I bet Sergio will leave it at, because I can see a half-drunk Guinness already on the bin. So thank you very much. Merry Christmas, and see you on Tuesday.
All the fans, and let's go.
All the fans.
All the fans.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.